So, second semi-final cast of today in my tournament open season. Redi Rodium versus War Mc120 here. Redi, he is seed 1 in the tournament. He was actually bordering upon 1800 by sign up from the tournament, so he's been touching upon 1900 a couple of times, just like AR12 in the previous matchup. But AR12 actually did lose, so and I forgot to fix my mods after the update here, but I'll fix that for the next game. I will just have to live with it for now. So Redi, obviously very solid, but Mc120 hasn't been kidding around either. And I don't quite remember his rank, but he's solid as well. Yeah, low 1700, so you don't just mess around there either. So classic Arabia matchup here with Franks versus Mayans. Cavalry versus mainly archers, maybe Eagle Warriors at some point for Mc120. On the other hand, even elite Eagle Warriors will struggle against Frank's Cavaliers and Paladins, so we might not see a lot of Eagle Warriors here. Oh, you read the... oh, you read the restart discussion from... Yeah, that was just weird. To even have 1 second be an issue as a tournament admin. That was weird. But they're passionate about the tournament then. Redi's opponent wanted an easy admin win, and 1 second. I mean, I want to see both ends of it. So I went in and checked everything, but to be honest, 1 second. There's just a handful of people in the world that would have 1 second matter in the restart situation, I think. But yeah, done is done. In the end, Redi of course got his restart for that set and end of discussion, and yeah. Back to the game here. Nice back gold for Mc120 here with the Mayans. Back stolen as well. Could be handy if you need to put up defensive towers for some reason, but not as significant as having the safe gold going for the archers. 3 woodlines, even with the big trees here, we see that there is an opening in the back here that will need to be plugged, of course, against scouts openings, which is likely from the Franks, even if Redi is up against a Mezzosiv here. Side goal, not too bad either. It's actually a fairly nicely wallable map for the Mayans here. As for the Franks, 2 golds at the same spot here. That's usually not ideal. But at least they're in the back, which is something that Redi could benefit from. Seems like a fairly easy wall to the side here as well, albeit further out. And then the front and the sides. Yeah, we could. I'm seeing good walling potential for the Franks here as well. Pushing the deer here for consistent food income. Very little idle time for both players here, so nothing significant to mention there. Mc120 gathering some scouting intel there, but took some damage either to TC actually, so Mc120 at risk of losing the scout now. I'd like to imagine both these players kept big trees. I think there are very few of those out there. Oh, but Eagle Scout will go down here, I think. Oh, he's really getting close, isn't he? He's hopping inside the Eagle Scout. Quick gate to almost... Oh, the trap! The trap! Some serious multitasking here, and just like that, Mc120 will lose the Eagle and lose... Yeah, important extra attack potential with the what's looking to be a Man at Arms forward, and also continuous scouting intel to bring in. Redi with the barracks and going up at 21 pop here. Hasn't taken any gold at all, so this has to be the scouts, I think, for the Franks. And there's still potential to get in on the left-hand side. Redi just now scouting enemy side, taking his time here, but we'll see that there's still a way to go for Mc120 to pull wall here. I like how he's keeping his scout forward as well, because if Mc120 tries to go greedy with the walling to the side here, that should be fairly easily delayed or stopped by Redi's scout here. He soon to be soon to be a Man at Arms enter the woodland here as well, so that could be one builder down for Redi. I play with a mod to make the trees even bigger. Hate being able to see my buildings. Such a troll comment. Is that 2 villagers down for Redi? Oh! Ah, he saves the second one. Okay, so crisis averted, but Mc120 actually with more idle time here, meaning that killing even one builder actually just kind of evens out the situation here. Might start with 1 extra builder though, which is also significant here in terms of keeping even numbers. Redi idling a lot of builders here, but he wants to get rid of the Man-at-Arms threat even before he has enough scouts to do that on their own. Committing builders here to fight, it's better than losing further builders and being distraught from your... or distracted from your opening build orders. 2 scouts to 2 Man-at-Arms, but both of them are weak. So for once I actually remembered to mute before a sneeze here. One of the scouts takes a hit, but still the walls aren't complete for Mc120 on the opposite side here. But he just one gate and a few houses, palisades, whatnot away from being full wall on the backside. I think he just discovered that there is in fact an opening to the right hand side as well. But the night scouts are on the move. And the spearman on point for Mc120 to hold the aggression off here. I'm not sure if Redi is going to return the favor of villager kids. So he did get 1 though, so that was probably his initial scout committing over here. But it's sure as heck it's going to be annoying to deal with scouts roaming around your base, no matter how you look at it. That will delay Mc120's archers forward. And oh, he trapped one. And in the meantime, Redi has the range up for skirm defense as well. You know Mayans are going to go for archers 99% of the time, so might as well prepare the skirmishers whether seeing the range going up or not. Redi, of course, has seen the archers inside the enemy base. No surprises there. So it's important to apply early pressure to Mayans, because otherwise they will just benefit more and more from their longer lasting resources and their ease of massing their cheap archers. See more spearmen being added here as well, and Mc120 may be trying for the counter attack again here. He has limited scouting intel, so we can't really quite know where the walls are going, where they complete. But a little bit of this woodland is still within range. You'd think that these wall archers would have trouble shooting over these tall trees, but that's not the case. It's only a few tiles. They're fine. They have 4+1 range. Just need to fix those trees as soon as the next one is up. Scouts and skirmishers forward, but they're both in each other's bases right now and being equally annoying, I'd say. Preemptive defensive tower on the gold for MC120 though. That's an investment that's going to need the delay and the cast age town centers expansion here. Why are they shooting at the wall here when it could be open on this side? Oh shit, I need to update the title as well. There we go. So Redi cleans up at home, even though there was still an opening to the side. MC120 spent some time trying to break through there, probably expecting the Franks to be full wall, but that's soon going to be the case. In the meantime, scouts are inside MC120's base again, still open to the left-hand side here. Archers clean up, and now just a few skirmishers to... Oh, okay, so maybe they are playing with big trees here, but that's because that's an opening right next to the blacksmith there. So single range scouts into skirmishers with for Redi here. It's paying off for an earlier cast age here for the Franks, keeping a lead here as well. 2 kills, villager kills for Redi, 1 for the Mayans. No wheelbarrow going up for Redi, so that's basically the 3 villagers lead here that MC120 has prioritized wheelbarrow here, which costs about 3 villagers times of research. There's 1 forward villager from Redi here. Seems a bit early for whatever. Oh, he was trying to lame the lame the stone actually for the Mayans. Interesting. So just messing around a bit there. Pretty extensive walls here to the right hand side for Redi, securing all 3 golds and a neutral gold in the corner here that he doesn't know about. And just being plain annoying with this small amount of skirmishers forward. This should be a nice setup for a knights and skirms. Follow up and gas late for the Franks here with 2 stables, of course, up and defense and attack while on the way up to the next stage here. Yeah, the walls are insane indeed. Yeah, Redi has all the time on the wall to go full greedy. Surely not worth the wood cost and idle eco time. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pain to quick wall behind this. But if you look at the idle eco timer, his forward has bought him much more idle eco time on the opponent's side, right? So, seems it's worthwhile after all. But yeah, I don't think it's not common for players to go that greedy, I think. But it's only 1 villager doing all this. So... that's something to consider as well. Plus 2 defense on the way in. 11 of gold should be... if gold mining is in, that should be enough to keep both stables consistently producing here. MC120, 6 seconds to go to the cast stage, but not really with enough military to hold up against this. Taps out, calls the GG. 1-0 for Redi. So, let's see here. 24-13 KD in the end. Extensive walls for... what too much. Economy. Show the archers when you see the others in castle is a mistake. Yeah, absolutely. Classic mistake. But you can't know that until castle age kicks in, but yeah, it was a rough start. Franks are tough to be up against for any civ. Franks have, there are only 4 civilizations that have a higher win rate, or that Franks lose more often too than not in the among all of the 37 civs. So Franks obviously strong. Right, let's go to game 2. Just give me a moment to fix my mod so we can have those small trees working. Just need a quick moment to check if yep, I have small trees now. Perfect. And let's pull up game 2. Mc120's home map is Atacama. Here we go. Second game, Mc120 picked his home map, which is unknown map, aka Atacama, the standard DE version. It's all about the middle here, because you're desperate for wood control, obviously, to sustain your farms or production buildings or whatever you need. Nice back base here for Mc120 actually. There's main gold in the back, which is always good news. Berry's not too far forward either. With the Bulgarians here probably planning some kind of men-at-arms shenanigans, maybe accompanied by some towers, which is admittedly very strong on this map. That is something that Redi could pull off with the Mongols as well, because Mongols also have a very smooth and fluent feudal age transition. There's actually a build out there which lets Mongols go 18 pop men-at-arms towers, I think. So that's absolutely an option for Mongols here. Is it? Am I being deceived here, or does it seem like Mc120 has a farther distance into the middle here, middle woodlands? Looks like he has to walk a lot farther. Mongols, of course, pushing in the deer here to boost that early food income. Could be that Redi is planning the scouts here as well. Should certainly be efficient enough on this map, except that you will be easily be quick walled out when trying to hit woodlands and whatnot. 4 on wood for Mc120, indicative of an infantry build already, with the Bulgarians getting instant men-at-arms as one of their strong suits for sure. Okay, Mongols, no loom. That could be hurtful for Redi here. Immediate reaction though, pulling the villagers and the scout to fight here. And in the end, Mc120 doesn't commit. Takes a tiny loss of a hit points to the scout here, but not necessarily a big deal. You know where Redi is taking wood now. They're both going kind of greedy, going straight for the middle here. That's easily denied with some with the early feudal age aggression usually towers and accompanied by men-at-arms on this map. Scouts and towers could probably work as well. Or in Bulgarian's case, you could go men-at-arms into scouts because of not needing to invest the 100 food, 40 gold into the man-at-arms upgrade. Ooh, ready with the barracks already. So it's not the scouts here for the Mongols. It seems to be the pre-mill drush. Because there's no mill yet. And here goes the barracks. And I didn't see any 10 gold collected yet. But that would be happening at some point for Redi as well to be able to afford pre-militia and loom here. Oh, you missed it, Tohubo. Sorry about that. I forgot to update the stream title as well, which I was 100% sure I did. But it's definitely in the WODs, and that was a good set, man. So the barracks is up. That shouldn't be a surprise for Mc120 here. He's dropping the barracks as well, but still has men-at-arms in mind, I think. Because the food situation is very close to that of clicking up to the feudal age here for Mc120. So if Mc120 can get to the feudal age and hold off an attack, and never mind the pre-mill rush for Redi, is it actually kind of a men-at-arms after all? I'm confused. 90 villagers up here. And we'll be looking at some early... I've scratched that actually. It's still kind of a rush into feudal age aggression here because Redi isn't on gold at all here. But he might now be able to catch the Bulgarians' units before they become men-at-arms here. And that's a huge deal if the Bulgarians is planning that exact play to intercept them and rob them of their advantage of instant upgrades. See how Mc120 Scout is tracking the movement of the militia here. There's 3 militia for Mc120 as well. Feudal age right around the corner. He will probably get to men-at-arms. He will actually probably keep his militia inside the barracks until men-at-arms feudal age is in to give him men-at-arms, and then he can comfortably engage against Redi here. So men-at-arms definitely in here. They are should be cleaning this up. I mean, there's a full HP scout here for Redi, and some micromanagements could still salvage the situation here. But one militia down already. Redi basically doesn't get. It could be that the intention here is to delay the Bulgarians' offensive, in which case it makes sense. But the Drush, the militia here over Redi, will not be able to, or should not be able to cause any significant damage to Mc120's eco here. Good quick waltz on the berries as well, just to make sure the militias don't get any hits or idle time in. But oh, all right, crisis averted. We're removing the small bolts here. Redi takes the scout of Mc120 out, unsurprisingly so, given that Mc120 tried for a villager snipe early on. There is an archer's follow-up here, drush into archers for Redi here, and obviously an efficient way to clean up Mc120's men-at-arms here when that time comes. So the pre-mill rush of the Mongols into a fast feudal age effectively cancelled out the men-at-arms of the Bulgarians here. So I'd say good defense by Redi so far. He's been managing much less idle TC time behind this as well. and is now going to chase down the men-at-arms and get rid of that threat, and be ready to move forward on MC120's current only woodline here. Good reaction from MC120 as well to know that there are archers on the field who drop the range and pump out some skirmishers to defend against the forward. But the fact remains that Redi is with 8 military on the field. MC120 currently has none and is producing these skirmishers now. As we can see, produce quite a lot faster than the archers. And he's attempting for a wall. That seems risky for Atacama to try for a full wall. They're actually both kind of walling here, but Redi in a way that secures him part of the middle as well. And the militia, like the men-at-arms, they will take a lot less damage from skirmishers, so that allows Redi to chase down the skirmishers. He's also using the archers here with fletching to snipe small amounts of skirmishers. I'm surprised MC120 hasn't considered a defensive tower yet on the woodland, given how precious wood is on this map, but on the other hand, you want to delay any defensive towers as much as you can until you mine stone, because it's a significant investment that affects your Castle Age town centers. On the other hand, Bulgarians' town centers only cost 50 stone, so even with one defensive tower, you'll be able to build your second town center in the Castle Age, immediately in the Castle Age anyway, if you have the wood for it. Good work with the skirmishers though, chasing down Redi's numbers here. 9 units down for Redi, but there's a consistent supply of archers here as well. That said, for MC120 we have both fletching and defense in for the skirmishers, so they should handle the archers nicely. The problem here is that the one spearman that MC120 had out did go down rather quickly to Redi's numbers, now allowing the scouts of Redi to focus down the many skirms that are here. MC120 not currently producing more, going for scouts of their own instead. And looking at some big losses here, even if it's just or mainly trash units. There's some good micro work here for Redi to focus down the spearmen so that his own scouts get to take out all of the skirmishers basically here. Nine military to 4 now for Redi. There are of course still defensive skirmishers and scouts, but archers and scouts and some spears mixed in, they should be able to challenge that. I think there's 3 scouts versus, yeah, there's similar numbers of scouts here, and one of Redi's are weakened, but the archers are doing work as well. Looks like Redi simply has the better micromanagement here, and he is tier seed after all, so that's definitely one thing to keep in mind. Dodging with the archers here and sending these scouts in to yet again take out the skirmishers, forcing MC120 to replenish the numbers and delay his Castle Age further. $26 on food, 5 on gold for Redi now. I think he needs to follow up these scouts and archers forward with the cavalry switch in the Castle Age, by the looks of it. Or just extend the scouts even more. But in the end, MC120 losing the armies twice in a row here, taps out and calls the GG. Let's have a look at the stats here. roughly similar uptimes. That's actually a very pretty uptime with the Mongols after going for the rush. And finally, villager lead for Redi in the end, getting more snipes. We're going to the second home map of Mc120 here. We'll see what he brings us for that one. Just to be right back after completing the game to find the next replay here. Game 3 will be on Sacred Springs, a recurring map in open season. So let's see what that one will bring us. Here we go with Sacred Springs, a map that's been quite popular in open season, I would say. It's definitely one of the more open ones. As you can see, there is, in a sense, walling potential between your starting TC and everything, but that would mean leaving out your main food source to the sides, the shorefish, which is the second fastest collected food source in the whole game. So you really don't want to take the shorefish, and in that case you can't go full turtle and walling at home. We have Cure here for Mc120, commonly seen civilization for this map because you are less subject to raids because of the fact that you can garrison inside houses. Redi with the Aztecs though. I mean, they'll have some nice mobility potential in the Eagles as the game moves on. Eagle Warriors. There's plenty of gold in the middle of the map here that has to be contested, of course. But then again, Aztecs have a strong Drush, strong men at arms, and then could follow it up with archers or skirmishers, depending. You probably not see skirmishers here because Khmer will almost 100% go for the scouts here, I think. I like Aztecs here, but they have to get it done before posted pits. True. Gold isn't necessarily going to be a struggle here, though. So the late game play for Aztec, they still have raiding potential with Eagles and Elite Eagle Warriors here, I think. But during the previous two games, I'd still say that Redi is to be favorized here. We see him already going to the shorefish, so he's aware of the... They're obviously both the solid players, they know that the shorefish collects quickly. But Redi is already on the shorefish, whereas Mc120 has collected one more before moving out. I'm not sure what is the best approach here, and the fact that... Oh, did they have some bugs here? We missed the first chapter, I think. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I've seen players go straight to the shorefish with success here and rather take the boars later. You could even mill it with your fishing villagers as the fish runs out, because you're not going to lose that boar anytime soon. There's not really any benefit from laming boars on this map with all the shorefish being so abundant as it is. Redi with the barracks here. Did go into Loom already because he has villagers out on the field. But I think we're going to see an Aztecs Drush here, and given that Loom is already in, it's still going to be possible for Redi to go for a 5 militia Drush here if he feels like it. Redi being active with the scout here. He's seen that Mc120 dropped a mill here. And also has scouted here that there's not fish being taken on that side. Mc120 with a bit more lacking scouting here. He did bring his scout over here to protect the villagers. And no loom! Oh, Eagle Warrior versus no loom villagers, but there's the house to hop into. Good save by Mc120 there. And Redi might get it in the end, but there's the quick wall. Yeah, I think it's fine. Nothing's to stop Redi from being annoying though. I was thought he was going to go for the lead rush here, but apparently not. He's with 2 on gold now, and he's going to go for a men-at-arms approach instead. It's still easier to afford men-at-arms with the Aztecs, and Mc120 for some reason laming a boar here. Wasting some scout HP there, but bringing some much needed food back home for his working forces, I guess. Unless he loses, the boar loses aggro here. Alright, that's fine, I guess. I don't think Redi minds this all that much. He's on the way to the feudal age now, he's queuing the militia, and is going to go for the men-at-arms that, admittedly, will have a long walking distance to catch the enemy food economy here. Oh, the boar loses aggro! More... Oh, how did it not... Sorry for laughing. Oh, Mc120 really wants this boar, but now is giving. Oh, if that's not tilt. I don't know what. Yeah, that's boar aggro getting lost like that and responding with. I think he actually deleted the scout there. I think that was just pure tilt from Mc120. He just wants this to be over with, and now the Drush soon-to-be men-at-arms are going to hit his walls. Mc120, 25 seconds away from feudal age means that the walls are only 150 HP as well. Men-at-arm very close here. And they are going to render this fish eco very, very inefficient here, sadly. And it's not, Redi is not joking around here, he's playing 5 men-at-arms now, as Aztecs can do, and he's going full aggro here with the range, range right next to enemy economy at home. I think we'll look at another short game here. Double stables for the converter. How the heck are you going to support this with 9 on food? But okay, there's lots of food in the bank. And a blacksmith, so you could go for an easy early defense for the scouts for some advantage as well. 5 men-at-arms and not an eagle scout attacking the mill here though. If the mill goes down, that means another 100 wood will be needed to replenish that and have continued fish income. Yeah, Redi seems solid here. He's prepared by the looks of it. There was a... There's been a draft as well, which allows for planning the civilizations to use for each map, so there won't be any mirrors in open season. With the archers joining in, and even another man-at-arm here as well, Redi really wants this mill gone away here. We'll see what goes on here. Two ranges for the Aztecs. Skimmer with 4 scouts, so but that's not going to be enough to deal with 6 men-at-arms here, so Mc120 goes for the forward instead. What's his scouting situation like though? He doesn't even know the enemy location, unfortunately, but this is where your scouts want to hit, and there are already spearmen in place for Redi here. Redi Rodion. Alright. And that's just about it for Mc120 here. He runs into Spearman with his scouts. The Khmer play doesn't quite work out here. Maybe disheartened after being down 2-0 against a yeah, otherwise stronger opponent as well. And set ends with a 3-0 for Redi here. So let's quick look at the stats before we conclude this one. And good luck in the final to Redi. Thank you so much to Mc120 for participating, and congratulations on reaching the semi-final at least. So for the final, we'll have Redi versus Toho Buvaha meeting in a best of 7. That is yet to be decided, but I've reached out to the players that they could schedule the final. So as soon as I know when the final is happening, I will make sure to post it on my Discord and relevant site, maybe AOE's own calendar as well. 18-7 in military here. We'd have to say this is domination by Redi, so solid play for sure. Smoother uptime with the Aztecs over Khmer, a bit surprising, but Mc120 didn't seem to know the map all that well, even for it being the home map. But yeah, I'm sure there was a plan behind it. GG.